Another area, obviously, is important when you're locating is education. I just met earlier today with a bunch of superintendents from my district, obviously concerned about the governor's budget. But when I met with them, and I was very impressed, they said, look, we can live with the less money. We can live with that, but just free up our hands so that we can be more flexible and deal with our budgets. And that's what we're going to do. We're not going to just give less money to our schools this year, because obviously we have less, but we're also going to do a lot of mandate relief and a lot of waiver reforms and things of that nature to allow them more flexibility to do their job. So they can do it with less money. And again, that doesn't cost us 1 cent. And then we're also going to empower parents, because ultimately parents are the most important part of any child's education. And empowering them and not having students stuck in a zip code that is failing them just because that is where they reside, we're going to empower those parents to say, you know what, if your school district is not doing the job, you're going to have the ability to go somewhere else, public or private, and you're not going to have to be wealthy to do it. And we're going to allow you that flexibility to move to another area so that you can make sure that your child has the best opportunity to succeed. And again, that doesn't cost the state taxpayers 1 dime. That's the important part. Again, making decisions, challenging the institutions so that we can improve upon Pennsylvania in different ways, as opposed to trying to subsidize people to come here. And one of the other things I think is the most important, we have in state government, all these, we call it the alphabet soup of economic development. You have, small business development councils, you have the LDDs, the legislative development districts, you can go on and on and on. There's a whole bunch of the IRCs, the resource centers, and they're all, get money from the state to try to do things to help small business, which is good. And we want to help small business where we can. But one thing we could do to help small business that wouldn't cost us 1 dime is to make Pennsylvania government work better with them. When all these cabinet secretaries have come in here, and Tom Corbett has nominated just a tremendous cabinet. And they all come to my office, whether it be PennDOT, whether it be DEP, Department of General Services, welfare, whatever it may be. I said, I spoke to the Restaurant Association last week, and there's not another industry that's more reliant on being customer friendly than the restaurant industry, right? You can go to a restaurant 10 times in a row and have a great meal. If you have one bad one, you're probably not coming back, right? So they have to be customer friendly. They have to be out on top and making sure every time that you interact with them, you have a good experience. Why shouldn't state government be the same? Why should we be the hindrance to getting problems solved? Why shouldn't we be the facilitator to helping government solve your problem? I have a constituent that's working on he built a car wash in State College, Pennsylvania. And he has another business, but he helped build this for his son and his son-in-law and his daughter to get him started in business. If you would hear the red tape and the difficulty that he has gone through with PennDOT and labor and industry, and as a representative of the Commonwealth, I was embarrassed. Quite frankly, I was embarrassed. Why aren't we? I said to Alan Walker, our great new Secretary of DCD, who's a private enterprise businessman, very successful. I said, you should go around the state to all our state employees and educate them on being customer friendly. The Secretary of PennDOT told me he's going to reform the highway occupancy permit process, which I don't know if any of you ever had to deal with that, but trust me, if you're a developer, it is a nightmare. And it costs hundreds of thousands of dollars for developers to get through. And I said, if you can reform that process in a way that makes it more efficient, we'll build a statue to you at PennDOT, because you will do more for private enterprise than anyone has done in some time. But the old joke adage of working from the government, we're here to help. That should be true. And that doesn't cost us 1 dime. That doesn't cost us a cent to be more friendly, to be more expediting in the process of it. When people have to come to state government and interact, that we can get things done. I think Tom Corbett is committed to that. And so there's just a couple examples of ways to reinvent Pennsylvania. There's many more. That doesn't cost us anything. That's going to make Pennsylvania a more attractive place to locate, more attractive place to grow your family, to locate your family, to grow your business. And that's what we should be about. So, in these next few months, we're going to go through a budgetary process. It's going to be difficult. And we've already seen the rallies at the Capitol, and they're going to continue. But, we're going to live up to Governor Corbett's expectations. of his promises to the people of Pennsylvania. And we're going to get it done. And then we're going to go about changing the institutions of Pennsylvania so that we are more business friendly, that we are more resident friendly, and that we're a place that Pennsylvania is going to want to locate, or anyone's going to want to locate here and grow their family. You know, Thomas Paine said, and Ronald Reagan always liked to quote Thomas Paine, you know, we have the power to change the world all over again. We have the power to change Pennsylvania all over again, and now's the time to do it. God bless you. Thank you very much.